Okay, so you've got a significant business challenge on your plate, right? And I'm guessing you have a line of people just waiting to pitch you their solution. Well, in this explainer, we're not going to talk about a product. Instead, we're going to share a completely different way of thinking, a framework for building a partnership that actually gets you the results you need. Let's just dive right in.
Does this sound a little too familiar? Yeah, it's the classic opening line from pretty much every vendor out there. And the problem with it? It immediately puts the focus on their product, their solution, their agenda, not yours. It basically assumes they know what you need before they've even asked a single meaningful question.
And let's be honest, we're all just tired of it. This whole product-first approach, it just leads to these generic pitches and solutions that don't really fit. It is absolutely time for a fundamental shift in how we tackle problems together. There really is a much better way, and it all starts with just a simple change in perspective.
You know, there's this old saying in business, people buy from people they like. And for a long time, that was the gold standard. But what if that's not just a little outdated? What if it's just plain wrong? A real strategic partnership isn't built on being buddies. It's built on something way more substantial. This right here, this just cuts through all the noise. The old myth says we buy from people we like. But the reality? It's so much simpler and more powerful. We buy for value. Look, being likable is a great bonus, for sure, but it's the tangible, measurable value that you bring to the table that actually drives a critical business decision.
So let's forget about being golf buddies. The real goal here is to be an indispensable partner. Someone who is so credible, so in tune with your business, that they can demonstrably help you crush your most important goals. That is what real value looks like.
And this focus on value, it leads to a fundamental choice. It's really a fork in the road for any kind of engagement. It's the difference between being product-centric, which is the vendor's way, and being problem-centric, which, well, that's the way of a true partner. I mean, the difference in mindset here is just staggering. Take a look at the vendor column. It's all about them. It's their quota, their technical features, their product. Now look at the partner column. It's all about you, your success, your business problems, your outcomes. You see? One is trying to sell you a tool, the other is trying to solve your problem. It is a completely different ballgame.
So how does this actually play out in the real world? Well, it all starts with a diagnostic approach. We would never just show up with some pre-baked solution. Nope. Our first job is to work side by side with you to uncover the real story behind your business challenge.
Think about it like this. You'd never trust a doctor who wrote you a prescription without doing a thorough exam, would you? Of course not. A real partner works the exact same way. We have to focus on diagnosing the root cause of the problem, not just putting a Band-Aid on the symptoms, long before we even start talking about a solution. At the end of the day, every business challenge is a journey. Right now, you're in what we call a current state, with all its frustrations and limitations. And you're looking to get to a future state, a much better place where those problems just don't exist anymore. Our entire job is to help you map that journey and then build the bridge to get you there.
So to really understand your current state, we go through this methodical four-step process. First, we look at your environment, your teams, your systems, your workflows. Then we pinpoint the specific problems. But we don't just stop there. We quantify the impact. What is this really costing you? In dollars, in time, in team morale? And finally, the most important part, we dig for the root cause. Why is this happening in the first place? This is how we get the full, unvarnished picture. Okay, so once we have a crystal clear picture of the problem, we pivot. We completely stop talking about the pain of today and we start dreaming about the promise of tomorrow. What does that ideal future actually look like? And more importantly, what becomes possible for your business once these headaches are finally dawned for good?
You know that measurable distance between where you are today and where you want to be? We call that the gap. And our entire partnership, our entire focus is on one single thing: building a rock-solid bridge to get you across it. The bigger the gap we can help you cross, the more valuable our work becomes. It's that simple.
Here's another way to think about it. A really good discovery process tells a complete story. It's got a beginning, that's your current state. It has a central conflict, those are the problems and their impact, and it points toward a resolution, your desired future state. It's a clear, compelling story that we actually build together.
All right, let's bring this all home. This whole problem-centric approach, it's designed to do one thing: tie everything we do directly back to what matters most to you, achieving your goals.
This is so crucial. Our technology, our services, our expertise, honestly, they're just tools in a toolbox.
The real product, the thing you are actually buying from us, is the business outcome you're looking for. That's it. That is our one and only focus.
So what does all this mean for you, practically speaking? Well, it means you get a solution that's actually tailored to your exact needs, not some cookie-cutter product. It means you get total clarity on the business impact before you invest a dime. It means there's way less risk because we're solving a problem we've already defined together. And most importantly, it means you get a true strategic partner, not just another vendor transaction.
So, as you evaluate your options, we'll just leave you with this one final thought to chew on. Are the people you're talking to trying to solve for their product, or are they genuinely trying to solve for your problems? Because the answer to that one question, well, it changes everything.